What is up, people? The internet, it is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video, and today, it is time to do a tier list of the main Republicans in the congressional delegation. That's right, folks, we're going to be ranking, I would say 50, I think it is, of the Republican delegation. Now, I know there's more than just 50 of them, there's 200 and some, but quite frankly, more than half of them, they're kind of just there. They don't exist. They don't really do anything. So these are the ones that a lot of you know, should know at least. I mean, these are quite obvious where some of these people go. But these are the main ones that actually matter and give a good representation of where the party is currently at. Now, before we get into today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below. Subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow the mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, also join the channel. That's right, folks, for just 10 cents a day, you can join the channel. And well, you get a good feeling in your heart knowing, hey, I'm helping support real American politics. But also, there is another deal. For $5 a month, you get your name at the end of each video, so you get a shout out, a good feeling in your heart, and you're helping my channel. Again, working on getting some better equipment, new stuff. I just, need some funding because it's not cheap. That's all I will say. Alright, folks, let us get into the tier list. Now, I have to also thank the one, the only, Mary Miller Stan on Twitter. Once again, helped vastly in creating this tier list. Gave me some information on some of the people I don't know enough about, because again, I know most of them, but there's a couple of them here and there that, good luck, that I really don't know enough about. But overall, this should hopefully go good. So, we have the tier list. We also have two other tiers, Jimmy Duncan and Wayne Gilchrist. Jimmy Duncan is the Giga Chad of old Giga Chads. I mean, he, in my opinion, is one of the best former Republicans in the House delegation, while Wayne Gilchrist, he may be the king of rhinos. He was a rhino before rhinos were a thing. He's the king. He screwed over Andy Harris. He's pretty useless overall. So yeah, you'll probably see one or two in this tier, but it is what it is. So, let us get started with the one, the only Andy Biggs. Man, do I love this guy. This man here is a phenomenal representative. Great on immigration, great on rhetoric, and I hope he becomes Speaker of the House. If not, hopefully he runs for the Senate seat in 2024. Now, I have to put him in S tier. Oh, man, I love Biggs, but I have to put him in S tier. The Jimmy Duncan tier, that's for the purest of pure base. And while Andy Biggs is very close to that, I would say that he's still some issues, maybe he's not as based as others. He's still a top 5 representative. I'm just saying that there's only a couple of them that truly reach the peak of Jimmy Duncan. Somebody that's an economic nationalist, somebody that's going to put America first, and actual conservative on social issues. Biggs reaches most of those standards, but he doesn't quite reach the economic nationalism that I wish most Republicans had. But he's damn close. Oh, this is an easy one. Anthony Gonzalez, get the fuck out of here. I mean, seriously, you suck. I mean, your voting record was awful even before the impeachment vote, which I don't know why he did that, but his career is dead. He's gone. Bye-bye. Not much I gotta say. Now, this is a controversial one. Fitzpatrick. Obviously, he's in a fairly Biden district, but he wins all the frickin' time. So, I don't like him, for someone's votes, but even then, he actually has a better voting record than some Republicans in safe seats. So, I gotta put him in D tier. I mean, yes, he has a bad voting record on stuff like guns, but take that out, he's not bad. I mean, when you consider it, he's not a bad representative. It's just, he's in such a weird district that I really can't fault him for it, but still, the gun stuff is a bit too much for me to handle. So, D tier you go. Oh, this man, Chip Roy. Look, if this was ranked in 2020, he would probably be a C tier, maybe D. This man, ever since he grew that sick beard, has become another great representative, an America First warrior. His rhetoric has been essentially perfect. And on the issues, he's been talking about issues that matter. He hasn't been going around, walking around, running around, whatever, screaming socialism or anything like that. He's like, no, look, I want a free market, but also a fair market. And he's been talking about issues that matter to the voters of Texas. I gotta put him in S tier. Again, I think he's maybe one step below somebody like Jimmy Duncan, but Chip Roy, my man, he has made a phenomenal political comeback. I am hearing he's going to eventually run for the Senate seat in Texas, possibly 24. We just got to see what happens. But for now, S tier, you deserve one of the great comebacks for a representative. Dan Crenshaw, you suck. Look, I'm not going to put him in Wayne Gilchrist just yet. I mean, there's some other representatives, though, that deserve the Wayne Gilchrist treatment, but Crenshaw is just barely above it. Look, he's one terrible vote away from going to Wayne Gilchrist. This guy sucks. Another great, representative, Newhouse. He sucks. F tier you go. You're better than Crenshaw, I guess. That's not saying much. F tier you go. Now, Stefanik. This is the weird one. Before leadership, probably D tier. Now that she's in leadership, I think she got her act together somewhat. But even then, she's kind of just a okay voting record since then. But even then, it's like, okay, it's okay. You're in a Republican seat. That's not that good. But the sad part is, of the main people in leadership, she may have the best voting record. That's how pathetic leadership is in the Republican delegation. Upton, F tier. Just go away. Just leave. Not much to be said there. Oh, Butler. This is an easy one in Washington. Now, look, Joe Kent, I still think he's the best candidate in that race, but man, is it becoming harder and harder to support him. Some of the stuff is getting bad. Like, some of the people around him, some people that support him, etc. But even then, Butler's significantly worse. Go in F tier. You deserve it. You're a clown. Just stay there and never come back. Now, again, they have the stupid runoff system in Washington, the top two primary people. It's stupid. But either way, I do think that Kent hopefully can pull it off. I just hope she loses. Jim Banks. I think he's overrated, but I still think, on the stuff like antitrust laws, B tier. I think he's high B tier. I wouldn't say A tier because he's had some very questionable votes. But, he still is good on economics to an extent. He has decent rhetoric, and I think he has a bright future. I just think he still has to prove some things, like immigration. But other than that, B tier you go. Katko. Another one of those... Is this Katko? Huh. Anyways, so this is one of those other people that I really can't bash that much. I mean, he's kind of just there. But Katko, in the Democrat seat, again, has some bad votes. But compared to other Republicans, it's not as bad as you would think. So Katko, in my opinion, D tier. I thought that's not Katko, but whatever. That's Katko, I guess. I must have messed it up somehow. But overall, I think you could put him in D tier. Ken Buck. This is an easy one. B tier. Outside of antitrust laws, there's nothing good about him. I mean, I wouldn't say bad, but he's like so generic. It's like, why? You're the definition of MAGA Inc. Outside of his signature issue, which is definitely big tech, there's nothing special about Ken Buck. I mean, sure, he has a decent voting record, but what do you expect? You're in a safe seat in Colorado. It's not saying much. Now, Lee Zeldin, another one of those guys that I would say, yeah, okay, he's a solid representative. I think he's a perfect fit for New York. Barely below Jim Banks, but still a solid representative, solid on the voting record, and I hope he wins this fall. Oh, boy, Liz Cheney. Before 2020, you can make the argument maybe it's a D or F tier for her. I mean, outside of foreign affairs, she actually wasn't the worst, right? I know that's kind of crazy now, but back then, before 2020, it wasn't terrible. But either way, go to Wayne Gilchrist here. You suck. You're the Resist Libs' favorite candidate for 2024. That's all you need to know about Liz Cheney. Wayne Gilchrist here, you go. Oh, this is a sad one. Louis Gohmert. Oh, rest in peace, Gohmert. Your career's dead. Why he ran for the Attorney General race, I don't know. But either way, I do think him being in Congress, he was an America First warrior. It's going to suck that he's gone, but A tier he goes. Has a good voting record, great voting record, in fact, and has a decent rhetoric. And overall, I think he deserves A tier. Just, God, it sucks that he's gone. Matt Gaetz. Do I think he's overrated? Yeah. But his voting record actually proves he deserves to be an A tier. Like, I don't think he's as good as somebody like Chip Roy or something like that. But Matt Gaetz is still a good voting record congressman. Just, I wish there was some of the rhetoric is kind of bad, in my opinion. I mean, some of it's good, but some of it's bad at the same time. So, my opinion, Matt Gaetz, you go to A tier. Solid, but I wouldn't say you're the best of the best. But I wouldn't be mad if we had 250, Matt Gaetz. Oh, Homer Simpson, F tier, you suck. Just go away. You are bad. Oh, now we're getting to the juicy ones. My man, Gosar. Do I have to say anything? Look, he embodies what Jimmy Duncan was when he was in Congress. Nearly every single vote's been perfect. First, it was his stance on the stimulus checks. Then he wants an immigration moratorium. What is there not to like about Gosar? I mean, he's phenomenal on the issues, great rhetoric. I mean, you could keep going on and on and on about how good Gosar truly is. So, my opinion is Jimmy Duncan tier. You may argue, well, maybe that's a bit too much, but nah, I don't think so. I think he's a great representative, and I think he deserves to be the Jimmy Duncan tier, the type of Republicans we need. Okay, this is another easy one. Norman, I put him in A tier. Solid representative. The fact of the matter is he's probably the best representative in the state of South Carolina. I know that's not saying much, but even then, he has a solid voting record, solid on the issues overall. I would put him in low A tier. I wouldn't say he's the best of the best, but even then, he's actually still pretty solid. Pretty solid on the issues. It's one of those that you can intertwine Matt Gaetz and Norman. There's really, when you really look at the voting record, there's really no difference. Oh, Ronnie Davis, get the fuck out of here. Mary Miller destroyed you. That wasn't even close. Get the hell out of here. I mean, you're technically better than Newhouse and them, I guess. Not saying much. F tier, you go. Scott Perry, my man. Look, this is a tough one, but of everybody in leadership, he's the best. Maybe Jim Jordan, you can make the argument, is still technically leadership, but ones that still have a leadership role fully, he's the best of the best. I gotta put him in an extremely high A tier. This is one of those things, though, that's very close to S tier, but this is a tough one. But I think Scott Perry is good in A tier. Thomas Massie. Another one of those people that I hated in early 2020 that really proved himself that he was right about a lot of things. Talking about how the stimulus packages were going to cause a lot of issues, how it's going to cause inflation, etc. And he was the only one talking about this before anybody. I mean, Trump bashed him for it. He put his political career on risk for what he did. And the fact of the matter is, what he did turned out he was right. S tier you go. Look, I know you're a libertarian on some issues, but my opinion, you're the type of libertarian that is not cringe. That's all you need to know about Thomas Massie. Tom Emmer, I don't know enough about him. Honestly, this is one of those people that I don't know enough about, but the only things I do know is not good things. D tier you go, you suck. McClocklick. Oh, this is an easy one. A tier, my man. Probably the best California representative by far. Well, maybe there's one that could compete. But this guy's a Chad on all the issues. I would put him in high A tier, potentially S tier, but there's probably one that may beat him. We'll get to him soon. But overall, very good on the issues of hawk and immigration and talks about issues that matter. Tom Rice. What a freaking failure. If it was before 2020, again, before the impeachment crap and before he became Trump deranged, it probably would have been a C tier. Now, a F tier. Just stay there. You're high F tier. Congratulations. What do you want, a freaking trophy? So Tom Rice, high F tier. Van Taylor, just go away. I am so glad that clown is gone. Thank God you resigned. I mean, that whole situation was disgusting. So yeah, Van Taylor, F tier you go. Okay, another one. Warren Davidson. The Chad beyond old Chads. S tier you go. Look, one of the best representatives in the House. I mean, you're probably better than Chip Roy. Look, this guy on the issues has been nearly perfect. I'm hearing he's going to run for the Senate seat in 2024. That's pretty much 100% at this point. And man, what an upgrade. You go from John Boner, I know that's how you say his name, but he's useless, to Warren Davidson. Such a huge upgrade. I do think he's going to be phenomenal in the Senate, but for now, he's still in the House, has a near perfect voting record. S tier you go. Oh! Speaking of good voting records, Adam Kinzinger. I'm joking. No, not Jimmy Duncan tier. You know what? I have to do this because, at least you can make the argument Shady and them had some good votes. I can't say that about him. I cannot say anything about this clown. Kissing ass, you go here. You're probably the worst rhino ever. Look, this guy has no good votes. Unlike the other two, maybe you can make the argument they had some good votes in here. Kinzinger, he grifted off the Tea Party, completely grifted off of it, ruined it, and, well, we got that. So Kinzinger, kissing ass, you stay there. You're awful, and I hope to God you never run for office again. But knowing these people who are completely just deranged, they probably are going to think, I'm so popular that I'm going to run for freaking, I'm going to run for president or something crazy like that. I don't know who this is. I think I should know who this is. Is this good? I think this is good, right? Alright, I'm pretty sure this is good. I'm pretty sure this is Representative Good. Or Gooden, I should say. I just don't know for certain, so I'm just going to make a new tier. Add row above. This one, I honestly don't know who this is. I'm having a brain fart. I should know who this is. So I'm going to put you in I don't know. I probably get a lot of backlash for this. I don't know who this is. I should know. I should know who this is, but I don't. So for now, I don't know enough. That's perfectly fine. This is an interesting one. Owens. He's not terrible. He of the Utah delegation, he's the only one that you can make the argument, probably low B tier. Very low B tier. But outside of that, he's okay. The best representative in Utah. That's not saying much, but it is true. Oh, Smith from New Jersey. Just go away. You suck. So, D tier, you go. Oh, Rusty Johnson. Get the hell out of here. You suck. Very low D tier. There's a chance he may not even run again. Alright? There's a serious shot he may not even run. But overall, just go away. Just go away, please. Oh, this is an easy one. Jim Jordan. S tier. S tier in my opinion. So, I want to put him, the big tech stuff really does hurt Jordan. I'll put him in below Thomas Massey. So, yeah, Warren Davidson is the best Republican in the Ohio delegation. God, this freaking person here, is this Lance Gooden? I should know if this is Lance Gooden or not. I don't know why I'm having this complete brain fart, but if it's Lance Gooden, probably A or S tier, right? But we just got to see what happens, because I don't know why, but we'll figure that out eventually, all right? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll figure that out. All right, Kevin McCarthy. Go away. Just go away. Look, he's going to be the next Speaker of the House probably, but my God, you suck. I mean, it's upgrade over Paul Ryan. I guess at least he won't purposely derail Trump's agenda. I think. Hopefully. Kevin McCarthy, just go away. That's all you need to know. Lord Boebert. Overrated, but still good. B tier. Madison Cawthorn. I'm just gonna ignore this. Just gonna ignore about the entire thing that happened. Just go away, please. Just mature up and run a couple years, and you'll be fine. Mary Miller. Look, I don't gotta say anything. She and Paul Gosar are the two that embody Jimmy Duncan the closest. They talk about Christian nationalism, how we gotta put America first, bring back God, etc. That is great representatives. They're great on cultural issues. They don't mess around with it. They're great on immigration. They're immigration hawks. They're the closest we're going to get to Jimmy Duncan again. I hope more people do eventually become the embodiment of Jimmy Duncan. But for now, we have those two. Rosendale. What a Chad. Montana. Your GOP is so good. I mean, seriously, your governor's great. One of your senator is solid. And Rosendale, he's good. He's a great representative that he's underrated. He's vastly underrated. And I'll put him in A tier. I think he's a solid representative. And hopefully we get more Republicans like Rosendale. Michelle Steele, you're okay. Nothing special. Oh, my man Mike Garcia, who I've been lobbying for to become the next vice president. This man is an electoral juggernaut. It's going to be the year 2040. He's in a Democrat plus 50 seat. He still finds a way to win by 5 votes. This man is great on the issues, and he's an electoral juggernaut. I mean, outside of maybe 1 or 2 bad votes, his voting record's been very good. He's a very good representative. I'm putting you in A tier. There are some bad votes that I can't forgive, but A tier you go. Very much one of the best representatives in California, though. The other one, can't say you're better. All right, Mo Brooks. No. MAGA Mo. You know, the stuff that he's been doing lately has been a freaking clown show, but even then, for his voting record and stuff, I gotta put him in S tier, but man, what a sad event that happened in Alabama. I wish that, he was the Senate. I wish he was the next senator, but we're going to have to deal with Katie Brett. Hopefully she's good, but man, Brooks, yeah, you ran a terrible campaign. I'm just going to flat out say that. That was bad. That was pathetic. Nancy Mace, I'm not even going to say anything. You go there. Donalds. This is a weird one. Now, on paper, he's a Blexit grifter. That's exactly what he is. But at the same time, his voting record's been basically damn near perfect. It's a very weird situation, but he's essentially Tim Scott if he wasn't cringe on stuff like criminal justice and actually had a good voting record. So, I'll put him in high B tier. I don't know why. The Blexit stuff, I swear, is going to come back and haunt us. But for now, I'll put him in high B tier. Oh, boy. Salazar. Go away. F tier, you go. I mean, there's nothing good. There's nothing positive about her. Taylor Greene. Do I gotta say anything? Do I have to say anything? Look, some of the things she said in the past is cringe, but man, some of her bill proposals are just phenomenal. I gotta put her. Sorry, Davidson, I gotta put Taylor Greene above you. You have a phenomenal voting record, but man, Taylor Greene proposing immigration moratoriums, talking about issues that matter to voters. So, Taylor Greene, S tier. Flores, what a big fat disappointment. C tier. Low C tier. Very low. So, yeah. C tier you go. Oh, Peter Meyer. Get the hell out of here. Absolutely useless. Steve Scalise. Before 2020 and 2022 or whatever, I would have thought, okay, maybe a B tier. Maybe. But I'll put him in high D tier. He's better than McCarthy, but that's not saying much. Some of the people that he supports, that's not good. Not good at all. Tony Gonzalez. I'm just gonna put you there and ignore you that you exist. Here's another interesting one. Young Kim. Considering the district and everything, I'll just put you in C tier. Just okay. Just please stay there. Valadeo. I'm starting to wonder about him. Before 2022, he was an electoral juggernaut. He didn't piss around at all. But now it's like, okay, you barely made out of the primary. And his voting record, it's that. I'll put you in D tier because you're in a district that's not favorable, but man, that's not good. McLean. Honestly, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I don't know a lot about McLean. There's a couple representatives here that I just don't know enough about. Alright, Lisa McLean, I just don't know enough about her. From what I have heard, she's kind of just extremely generic. But on some stuff like elections, I do remember she voted against, accepting Arizona and Pennsylvania. That's about the only thing that I know about her. I'll put her in B tier, but I think that's right, B tier. I don't know. I just don't know enough about her, but from what I do know, she seems decent. Nothing special. Oh, Dan Bishop. S tier. S tier. Easily. My man. Oh, now we're getting to the run of the true Chads. Tom Tiffany. Please run for the Senate seat in 24. Please. You probably know I love Tiffany. He's maybe Gallagher is better, maybe, but I gotta put this man S tier. I love Tiffany. He's great on the issues, and yeah. Andy Harris, another one that, man, a phenomenal representative, extremely high A tier. I'll put you maybe behind Scott Perry. You can argue with me, but I think that's about right. Oh, her. Just go away, please. If you don't know who this is, do some research. She is awful. I mean, the fact she's in that district and you have that type of voting record, it's not good. That's all you need to know about her. Very bad. Just please go away. Like, I think she won her primary. That sucks, but it is what it is. Harshbarger. Again, one of those people I think she's okay. Again, some of these people, there's just so many of them that I'm pretty sure she's decent. And, yeah, I think she's decent enough to put in B tier. Again, I don't know enough about some people like Harshberg, but I'll put her in B tier from what I do know. Mike Gallagher, another phenomenal Wisconsin representative. I gotta put you in high A tier. I'll put you in high A tier. Great voting record. Fairly underrated. Hopefully, you run for the Senate seat eventually. Not 24. I want Tiffany. Stay the fuck away from Tiffany. Hartzler. I'm just gonna put Hartzler, my opinions on the Missouri Senate race. It deserves its own video. I'll just put her, put her there. I don't know if that's my true opinion. I'm just gonna put her in a spot that won't piss everybody off. Sparks, get out of here. Just leave. Ted Budd. Before some of the votes, I would say high A tier. Now it's probably low A tier. Still solid, but yeesh. Ew, that's not that good. And last but not least, Harrell. She is a phenomenal representative considering her district. I gotta put her above, I'll put her in A tier. I'll probably put her, right there. Very good voting record overall. And, yeah, and that's that, folks. I know there's one representative, of course. I think that's Gooden. Why do I think that's Gooden? All right, I am pretty sure that's Representative Gooden. All right, or Good. Yeah, Gooden. And if it's not, well, I'm kind of a schmuck. And I just realized it's Bob Good. Oh my god, Complete brain malfunction. It's Bob Good. Oh my god. I am so sorry. I completely forgot. Oh, that's Bob Good. That's right. A tier. I completely forgot about that. My bad, folks. So this, folks, is my tier list. There's some pretty bad representatives. But for now, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell, and yes, of course, go follow that mysterious Twitter account in the description down below. And yeah, anyways, folks, we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you.